Hey guys, Thunderstead here, and we are trying out a new archetype. We're making math cool again with our MATHMECHs. So they're like Gundams mixed with math, and it's a pretty funny little archetype. It's not too strong, it's not too bad, it's a little average. That's pretty much the whole feeling of this box, so feel free to skip this box. If you really want to skip this box, I would say it's totally skippable. But this archetype's fun. It's probably a little more fun than even Megaliths, and they were pretty fun. So it's cool cards. They're just not very good against what's currently the meta. But let's get into what this does. So this is our boy Edition. They are math themed. You can target one face-up monster on the field. Could be your opponent's, could be yours. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except Cyberse. That is actually very important. And you special summon this card from your hand, cannot attack the turn you do it. If you do, the monster gains 1,000. So it sounds a little complicated, but you're really just using this boy for a special summon mostly. You can buff his attack, but it's not a consistent play you're really making. And now we have subtraction. So this boy, he's got his sword. This boy is ready to subtract. You can target one face-up monster on the field, so it can be your enemies. Gotta remember that. And you can only special summon Cyberse after you summon this boy, so it's all important. And you special summon him from your hand. He can't attack when you do this, and the monster loses 1,000, so you can do this to your opponent. So now why he's a little bit better than even Edition is because he's still going to play with our combos. What is our combo? Vylon Prism, guys. You've seen me use this card before. I absolutely love this card. If this card is sent from your monster zone to the graveyard, pay 500 life points, target one face-up monster you control, equip this card to that target. He does 1,000 more damage in your damage phase. Very strong tuner. And with the level 4 tuner, we special summon our addition or subtraction, and that makes for level 8 for our boss. He's Geomathmech Magma. He just takes generic tuners. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can target up to 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them. This card's destroyed by battle. You get to add one MATHMECH spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Now guess what, guys? They have a really good trap card. So they have a MATHMECH Induction. All Cyberse monsters you control gain 500 attack. If you control a MATHMECH monster, you can send this card, face-up card, to the graveyard, target one card your opponent controls, and destroy it. Very strong effect. Easy way to control the Duel. We're running 3 of them. It is one of the super rares. And we also have another card we could search with that effect, and that's MATHMECH Billion Blade Nayuta. Does a bit. Equip only to a Cyberse monster. If the equipped monster battles an opponent's monster, you can send one MATHMECH monster from your deck to the graveyard, gain its attack. All our MATHMECHs are 1,000 attack, so you gain 1,000 attack. But it's helping us fill up the graveyard. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one MATHMECH card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Nice little way to keep your resources going. But why is it so good to throw a MATHMECH from your deck to your graveyard? Because we're still using Degrade Buster. So you guys may have forgot about Degrade Buster. I haven't really gone back to him because Cyberse were pretty dead-ended at the moment. But with all this new Cyberse support, we're right back at them. All you have to do is banish 2 Cyberse type monsters from your graveyard. And his own effect is a quick effect where if a monster has a higher attack than you, you can just banish them till the end phase. Doesn't eat up his attack phase, doesn't do anything. Just straight up banish till the end phase. Very strong monster. And all you gotta do is banish 2 Cyberse. So, of course, the MATHMECHs are Cyberse. And we're running a whole nother Cyberse, guys, that goes perfect with these MATHMECHs. It's called Launcher Commander. All Cyberse monsters you control gain 300. Once per turn, you contribute 1 Cyberse monster, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it. So imagine, you can normal summon your Launcher Commander, special summon your Edition by buffing your Launcher Commander to 1,000 higher. He can't attack, so you just tribute him off. Anyway, destroy a face-up monster, he's 2,700, you get to swing. Very strong little mini combos with these Cyberse monsters. You gotta remember, this card can equip to any Cyberse monster, so it works with your Launcher Commander. It's just this card that requires the specific MATHMECH, so that's a little unfortunate. But other than that, regular Cyberse plays, guys. It works out great, gives us a whole nother boss, so we don't really have to add too many tuners into our deck. Really fun deck, guys. I had a lot of fun playing it. It's just not getting as many wins as you want. It's not as consistent as you want. It's not as strong as you want. So Cyberse are getting there though. Cyberse are definitely already showing synergy, and I'm interested. The Great Buster's quite the monster, but till then, totally skippable box, guys. Hope you enjoy regardless, and thanks for watching. Okay, here we are facing an Arcana. We're going second. Looks like 30 cards for our boy. We have a Launch Commander, we have our Vylon and Addition combo. We're gonna start with them. Add to the boy, but we're just doing it for our Synchro anyway. Right into a Magma. Vylon jumps onto our Magma. We don't want to use our spell in case we want to do a Labyrinth Builder or something later. Here he's starting with a Pittori. Brings out his Foray right out. No shame from this boy, and look at this. He's mixed spellbooks with Witchcrafters. So this guy is really on one. He's throwing all these monsters all over the place, trying to get to a good spellbook of Fate. Doesn't realize he already used his normal summon or something. Probably tried to get another spell. He was going to get that spell back to his hand anyway, so that was a really bad Show of Nightmares. I really don't understand why people use Show of Nightmares in this deck. It's like you're usually going to get all your spells back anyway. Anyway, he didn't even set his Fate, which could have flipped us face down, because while he didn't get 3, he got 2. But he chose not to, so we're really going to punish him with a simple card called Launch Commander, guys. Now remember, we already have Addition in our graveyard, so all we gotta do is tribute our Launch Commander to kill that Foray. They all try to negate it, he can't negate it. So he kills the Foray. Now we can banish both the Cyberse monsters, bring out our Degrade Buster, and just dunk on him just like his animation. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Merrick. We're going first. You know he's using Shadow Games. And there it is. We're using Labyrinth Builder. I also didn't go over that. Just a simple skill to use our Vylon Prism in case we want a Vermilion Dragon mech. Out of nowhere, we have that option. But here, we're gonna normal summon our Vylon Prism, use Subtraction, lower his attack. We don't really care because he's Synchro fodder anyway. And now we get our Magma. He's equipped with the Vylon. We're doing well. But yeah, Labyrinth Builder just for an extra Vermilion. You can really go any skills. So here we're fighting Witchcrafters. This deck actually has a few outs to Witchcrafters. Our boy's storing everything. He even threw away a Machine Angel Ritual. So he's really going. Just trying to mill everything, get everything ready just the way he wants it. Our turn once again, we get our combo once again. We get a normal summon the Vylon. Special summon Subtraction. We subtract their monster this time. But it's the Magma all the same. And now Vylon Prison is on that boy. We're also going to set our Billion Blade onto one of our Magmas. Just absolutely wrecking the field, guys. We have 5 cards, 5 face-up cards on the field. So here we swing into a Jenny. Protects his life points for a turn, but we're not too worried. We also know the Subtraction to the grave with our Billion Blade. Good to get that in there so we can start drawing these Degrade Busters. Getting even more boss monsters. So here Jenny gets his Foray out finally. He thinks he's probably pretty safe with his little Foray, but we top deck the perfect counter for these Forays, guys. I love Launcher Commander with these MATHMECS. He is so gnarly vicious. As a Cyberse monster, he gets to distribute himself, and guess what, Foray? You don't get to negate that because he's not on the field. Foray is done for, and we swing over him with our boys Magma. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here's a little Yug. We're going first. I really like going first when I have inductions at my hand, so let's see what we got. No induction, but we do have our boy Launcher. We're gonna start by setting a Subtraction. Turns out our boy is running the same deck. He runs an Addition onto a top runner, not the best level 4 Synchro to probably play. But hey, what are you gonna do? He's using Ties That Bind. Once again, a skill I considered, but just doesn't really do too much for the deck. So I like Labyrinth Builder's little backup plan. So, we have Launcher Commander, guys. We're gonna show this guy some Cyberse monsters to actually throw in his deck. We get to use our Subtraction. Subtraction lowers his Magma. We use our Billion Blade on our Launcher Commander, because that totally works. and we swing over that weak little monster, dealing 1200 damage. Way to get over his boss monster, we use our induction in the end phase to destroy his other literal vanilla level 4 tuner. So hopefully that guy got some hot techs, some spicy techs from that duel. Great stuff, guys. Forgot to show the extra deck there in that intro. Let's see what we're fighting. We're going first. Poor boy's about to rank down. Let's see what we got for him. So a simple MATHMECHS monster, subtraction, but we have our induction. So that really gives us control of the duel. Our opponent just had a Raiden play. Milled a few Light Swarm, but nothing really significant. So here, guys, we normal summon subtraction. We use addition, throw on 2 subtraction. We use our Billion Blade, also on 2 subtraction, so we get a throwaway addition. He's already up to 3k with just our 2 little monsters, and we have this MATHMECHS induction to really control the duel. So our boy's using a Dwemer Path to grab a Lumina from his graveyard, but she's about to get hit with our induction. She is destroyed. We get another induction, guys, so we have complete control of this duel with that top deck once again. And we get a swing at him with our tiny little 1k boys. He top decks, doesn't even let us use that last induction, and scoops. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here's the Crow Hogan. We're going second. Let's see what our boys got in store for us. So Launcher Commander, guys, with all these additions and subtractions. I absolutely love the boy. We have our Degrade Buster also, though, so we're just going wild. We use our addition on our Launch Commander, subtraction on our addition, because neither of them can attack. We attack a face-down Shiranui. Now he had some floodgates. All he has are floodgates and needle bug ceilings, believe it or not. So he's probably pretty salty. He didn't get a monster to needle bug this field, and pretty salty he didn't floodgate one of these monsters, because we just swarmed the field before he even knew what was important to stop. Really worked out well. It's just a fun deck, guys. Cyberse, Degrade Buster, such new and fresh and fun cards to play with. Just like this archetype, I love Bylon Prism. Induction is super strong. On paper, this deck should be even better, but it's just not that good. Cyberse are definitely getting there. Generic Cyberse decks. Launch Commander is great in this deck. It's a really cool deck. It's Curb Stomps, Witchcrafters, but just generic. Like, you can't stand up to Dark Magician. You're usually going to get OTK'd by the more OTK prone decks like Cyber Dragons or Black Wings, things like that. But if you like Curb Stomping Witchcrafters, this deck could definitely work and do it in style, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.